The year is 2025. China's ascent to global dominance is no longer a distant prospect but a pressing reality. A stark reminder of this reality came in December 2024 with the release of a sobering report by Japan's Ministry of Defense. The report, titled The Rising Global South and China, paints a clear picture of an ascendant China, strategically expanding its influence, particularly in the developing world. China's outreach extends far beyond mere economic investment. It encompasses a calculated blend of diplomacy, infrastructure development, and military presence. This multifaceted approach, as highlighted in the report, poses a direct challenge to the established international order, an order that Japan has long been a part of. One of the most potent tools in China's arsenal is its economic might. The sheer scale of Chinese investments, particularly in infrastructure projects across Asia, Africa, and Latin America, dwarfs the efforts of traditional donors like Japan. This economic clout translates into significant political leverage, allowing China to forge strategic partnerships and secure access to vital resources. China's growing military presence, especially its naval expansion in the Indo-Pacific region, adds another layer of complexity to the equation. This assertiveness, exemplified by events like the joint China-Russia air patrol over the Sea of Japan in late 2024, raises concerns about regional stability and Japan's own security. Japan finds itself at a critical juncture. The rise of China presents a unique set of challenges, forcing Tokyo to rethink its role in the evolving global order. Japan's traditional strengths, such as its technological prowess, commitment to free trade, and close alliance with the United States, are being tested like never before. The economic disparity between China and Japan is stark. China's Belt and Road Initiative, a massive infrastructure project spanning continents, has become synonymous with its global ambitions. While Japan has its own development assistance programs, they pale in comparison to the scale and boldness of China's initiatives. Adding to Japan's woes is its complex relationship with its history. Its wartime past, particularly its actions during World War II, continues to cast a long shadow, hindering its ability to assert itself as a regional leader. This historical baggage stands in stark contrast to China's narrative, which emphasizes its historical role as a victim of Western imperialism. Japan's alliance with the United States, a cornerstone of its post-war foreign policy, is also facing new strains. While both countries share concerns about China's growing assertiveness, their approaches to dealing with Beijing differ. The United States, under the Biden administration, has adopted a more confrontational stance, while Japan prefers a more cautious approach, balancing security concerns with the need for economic cooperation. The rivalry between China and Japan is not merely about economic or military might. It is deeply intertwined with competing ideologies and historical narratives. China, under the leadership of Xi Jinping, has embraced a more assertive form of nationalism, promoting its own model of development and governance as an alternative to the Western-led order. China skillfully leverages anti-imperialist rhetoric to its advantage, positioning itself as a champion of developing countries. It highlights the shared history of exploitation by Western powers, resonating with nations in the global South seeking to break free from what they perceive as continued neo-colonial influence. Japan, on the other hand, faces a more complex challenge in defining its identity on the global stage. Its post-war identity has been rooted in pacifism, democracy, and economic growth. However, this narrative is complicated by its imperial past, which continues to be a source of tension with its neighbors. This ideological divide is further exacerbated by China's efforts to reshape international institutions in its favor. From the Asian Infrastructure Investment Bank to the New Development Bank, China is creating alternative structures that challenge the dominance of Western-led institutions like the World Bank and the International Monetary Fund. As China's rise continues to reshape the geopolitical landscape, Japan faces a crucial question: how to remain relevant in a world increasingly defined by Chinese power? There are no easy answers, but several potential pathways emerge. First, Japan must leverage its existing strengths. It remains a technological powerhouse, particularly in areas like robotics, artificial intelligence, and renewable energy. By investing in these sectors and fostering innovation, Japan can maintain a competitive edge and offer valuable partnerships to other countries, especially in the developing world. Second, Japan should strengthen its alliances and partnerships. The US-Japan alliance remains a cornerstone of regional security, but it needs to be adapted to the changing realities. Japan should also deepen its engagement with other like-minded democracies in the Indo-Pacific region, such as Australia, India, and South Korea. Third, Japan needs to find its voice on the global stage. It has a unique opportunity to champion a rules-based international order, emphasizing the importance of free trade, democracy, and human rights. By promoting these values, Japan can offer a compelling alternative to China's model of state-led capitalism and authoritarianism. Finally, Japan must address its historical baggage. Reconciliation with its neighbors, particularly South Korea, is crucial for regional stability and cooperation. By acknowledging its past transgressions and working towards a shared future, Japan can build trust and strengthen its position in the region. The path ahead for Japan is fraught with challenges. However, by embracing its strengths, strengthening its alliances, and finding its voice on the global stage, Japan can navigate the shifting geopolitical landscape and remain a vital player in the 21st century.